Hey guys, what's up? This is Wes with Fantasy Smack Talk. I'm going to bring you my top pivot picks for Week 5 of the NFL FanDuel Sunday Million. Before we do, just want to let y'all know about fanfootball.ninja, new sponsor, but a free site. Fanfootball.ninja allows you to take all of your teams from every site, CBS, Yahoo, ESPN, wherever, put them on this one platform, track transactions, track the waiver wire, and check out all your teams on Sunday and Monday in one place. So fanfootball.ninja, check it out. We got the link in the video below too. So Week 5, coming off a pretty hot Week 4, placed 1,151st out of 336,000, turned one $7 entry into 40. So nice to finally make some money, and hopefully y'all were able to take advantage of that and make some money too. Week 5, top quarterback pivot is Carson Wentz for me. Wentz is priced at 7,600 going against the Cardinals. Quarterback position, pretty weak this week. Got Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota both banged up, and Tom Brady playing Thursday, so makes Wentz one of the more attractive options, especially with the Cardinals taking that 1 o'clock game, traveling across the country to play in Philadelphia at 1 Eastern. Regardless, Wentz has been pretty consistent this year. He scored between 13 and 26 FanDuel points through his first 4 games, and in addition to that, he's also shown some of that promise that he flashed last year before his offensive line basically got depleted by injuries. So Arizona's defense will keep his ownership low, but I think if he can exceed 20 points, which he should be able to do, and keep his ownership below 7 or 8%, which I also think is likely, he'll be a really valuable option this week in the FanDuel Sunday Million. Top running back pivot this week is Carlos Hyde. Nice little benefit of Carlos Hyde is that he's banged up. He was banged up going into last week. Still got the questionable tag next to his name, so I think that's going to keep his ownership low, but it shouldn't. Provided he plays, Hyde has been just as consistent, if not more so, than Wentz this year. Double digits in FanDuel all 4 weeks, and gets a Colts run defense that has improved this year, but still not good. Still allowing the second most rushing touchdowns in the NFL. So Hyde, I think, will be a popular option in cash games, again, if he plays. But more so, I really think that questionable tag makes him a really attractive option in this tournament and in any big GPP as well. Third, running back, top pivot there is going to be Alshon Jeffery. Going to go with a little Eagles stack. Alshon Jeffery is only 7,100. Also gets the Cardinals, obviously, and like Wentz, he should get a little bump from the Cardinals playing in that 1 o'clock game, but unlike Wentz, he'll have the toughest matchup, most likely, of the Eagles offense, drawing Patrick Peterson. I think that's going to scare people away. I think it probably should, but I think that makes for a nice differentiation option here. I think Jeffery is starting to find his own. He's drawn a bunch of tough cornerback matchups so far. He's still averaging over 8 targets per game. Wentz is trying to get him the ball. They brought him there for a reason. Along with Zach Ertz, that's the best option Carson Wentz has, and he knows it. So I really think that ownership will probably be nowhere above 10%. And if Jeffery can score a touchdown, get in the end zone, draw those 8 targets, even catch half of them, get 80 yards, he'll be a really valuable and a really attractive piece in the FanDuel Sunday Million in Week 5. Finally, at tight end, my top pivot this week is Ben Watson. Ben Watson's hype isn't quite where it was after he caught all 8 of his targets for 91 yards in Week 2 against Cleveland. But fortunately, he has his best matchup that he's had since then, and the tight end crop is pretty abysmal basically throughout the year, throughout fantasy football, regardless of where you're playing. So again, just like Hyde, Ben Watson has a questionable tag. You got to make sure that he's playing, but that questionable tag that he has as of Wednesday night is going to scare people away, just like I'm thinking it's going to scare people away from Carlos Hyde. But he's got another great matchup. Oakland, best matchup he's had since Week 2 again. Had a lot of tough matchups, which is one of the reasons his hype has faded. But he shouldn't be more than 10% owned also, and he'll be one of the more valuable GPP options just because Joe Flacco has no one else to throw the ball to. Doesn't look like he trusts anyone else in Baltimore, and Ben Watson is a target in the red zone as well. So that's Week 5 of the pivot picks. Check out the full article for a recap of last week's picks and last week's winner in the FanDuel Sunday Million on FantasySmackTalk.com. And check us out next week for the Week 6 pivot picks.